A very good evening and welcome to ThePapare.com. It's a beautiful day here in Colombo as we come to another game here at Police Park, where Police will host a Navy Sports Club, a game between the two defense forces. So that will be an interesting clash is what we are looking at here today, here at the Police Park grounds. It's a beautiful day. It has been throughout, and this is what we are up for today in the Dialog Rugby League 2019-2020 season. That's Police Sports Club taking on Navy Sports Club. A lot to talk on these two teams, a lot to look forward to in these two teams. Police have been a revelation this season, and so much to look forward to in that Police lineup, as it is an exciting one, whereas Navy has had a rather fluctual season, going up and down, not consistent enough to stay in that top four. So they will want to make everything that to count for. This is how the day looks like today. Maximum of 30 Celsius degrees, a minimum of 27 degrees. Wind speed won't affect that much in this ground, as we have seen. It's a little bit cloudy, but overall it's ruled by the sun. So to talk about more, we have joining on the commentary box today for today's game is Shamil Akbar. Good evening, Shamil.
Good evening, Dinuk. Definitely, as you mentioned, excellent conditions for a good game of rugby. As you mentioned, Police has been very good in their season so far. At the end of the previous week, they were at the second place in the table, while Navy are currently at 6th position, winning only 2 of their 8 games. Even when they last met, if you remember, Police won 26-18. And yet again, there is a home game for Police. So the crowds walking in, it's gradually filling up here at the Police Park in Colombo. Lot to look forward for, Dinuk.
Yeah, exactly. We will talk about how the season has progressed so far. Who's the top point scorer? Who's the top try scorer? And look after this commercial break in this Dialog Club Rugby League game. That's going to be exciting. We are excited as you are at home. So sit back and enjoy. But give us a small break. We'll be back soon after this commercial break.
Get set to witness the first-time champions, 7-time champion, and the 23-time Grand Slam champion. Witness all the sets and a few setbacks. Witness this and witness that, and definitely not that. Witness the one in this generation and the ones in the next. Witness the crowd pleasers, the crowd teasers, the drop shots, hot shots, and the big shots. Witness the Australian Open and witness the greatness unfold. Only on Sony 10.2 and Sony 6.
Alu seat එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
සර්, සර්ගේ පේමන්ට් එක සෙටල් කරන්න තියෙනවා.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන්.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with the heart.
අපි කමිටුවක් පත් කරනවා. ඒ කමිටුවේ ප්‍රතිඵල ඔබතුමාලාට ළඟදිම ලැබෙන්න සලස්වනවා. තා මොනවාරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද?
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?
Welcome to God of War.
I want to show you some quality gameplay.
You have one chance to beat it. What? It's intense, man. It's had a rough day.
Wow, we're in the middle of the map.
Mission successful.
உங்கள் கிராமத்தில், உங்கள் நகரில், உங்கள் பிரதேசத்தில் உள்ள வீரர்கள் திறமையானவர்களா? அவளின் திறமைகளை நீங்கள் அறிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டுமா? தமிழ் பேசும் உங்களின் திறமைகளை உலகறியச் செய்யும் உங்களுக்கான யூடியூப் சேனல் www.youtube.com/thepapare Tamil.
We need to have a talk.
Young Sheldon returns January 10th on Warner TV.
It's my favorite part. Suit up.
Arrow returns in Crisis on Infinite Earths, January 15th on Warner TV.
Leaving so soon?
Supergirl returns January 20th on Warner TV.
Here's where the fun begins.
The Flash returns February 5th
I'll see you when you get back.
on Warner TV.
මේ ක්‍රීඩාංගණවල ගහකොළ තනකොළයක් පවා බලන් ඉන්නේ අපි එනකම්. පිටියේ සිදුවෙන පුංචිම පුංචි තොරතුරේ ඉඳන් පිටියෙන් පිටත සිදුවෙන දේ දක්වාම රටට පෙන්වන්න අපි කැපවෙන නිසා. මේක ක්‍රීඩාව ගැන ගැඹුරින්ම තියෙන ආදරයක්. එක වෙලාවකට පිස්සුවක්. ක්‍රිකට් ක්‍රීඩාවේ ඉඳන් මලල ක්‍රීඩා දක්වා ඕනෑම ක්‍රීඩාවක්. පාසල් මට්ටමේ ඉඳන් ජාත්‍යන්තරය දක්වා ඕනෑම මට්ටමක් අපි තරණය කරන්නේ හදවතින්. මව්බිම වෙනුවෙන් තරුණ දහදිය පිටිය සිඹිද්දී ඒ අත්දැකීම් ඔබට සමීප කරන අපේ දහදියත් පිටිය මත වැටුණා. ඔබේ හදවතට විජයග්‍රාහී හැඟීම් අරගෙන එන්න මව්බිමට ධනාත්මක බලාපොරොත්තු ඇති කරන්න ඕනෑම දුරක් යන්න අපි සූදානම්. උස්මිතිකම් භාෂාමය බාධා බිඳ දමලා ඕනෑම සමාජ මාධ්‍යයක් හරහා ක්‍රීඩාව රසවිඳින ක්‍රීඩාලෝලී හමුදාවක් අපි හැදුවේ ලක්මවගේ අනාගතය වෙනුවෙන්. ලක්මව ජාත්‍යන්තර ජයග්‍රහණ වලින් සැරසෙද්දී ඔබේ පාසල් මව ක්‍රීඩා සමාජය ජයග්‍රහණ සමරද්දීත් අපි ඔබේ එක්ක හිටියා. මේ අපේ රටේ ක්‍රීඩාවේ සාඩම්බරය, ක්‍රීඩාවේ පෙරගමන, ඒ ජයග්‍රාහී හැඟීම ඔබේම හැඟීමක් කරන ThePapare.com. ThePapare.com ක්‍රීඩාවට හදවතින්.
Welcome back as both teams are doing their final strides of warm-up in the Dialog Rugby League 2019-2020, coming to you live on ThePapare.com from the Police Park Sports Club grounds here in Colombo. It's a lovely day, like we mentioned before. We said that there won't be that much of heat problem, but humidity factor will come into play with both these teams, especially Navy, who train under a very surrounded enclosed area in Navy, inside the Navy Valley Sara camp, which is surrounded by trees. But here you get the road here, so it's a slightly different weather pattern for them, though it's not much. This is how the last week results were in round 1 of week 8. Air Force going down to Kandy Sports Club 55 points to 8. Kandy just ran riots there at the Air Force grounds in Ratmalana. They're superb to watch. And then a nail-biting encounter up in Valisara with Sia beating Navy 23 points to 19. And then the high-scoring game between Army and Havelocks 42 points to 45. That's how that finished. Look at the number of tries in that game. 12 tries. That would have been a crowd entertainer. And then we had Police thumping CHNFC 32 points to 17 at Racecourse. Again, Police Sports Club showing why they are good, Shamil, because their attack is so good. They focus their attack around the Fijian player that they're so good with. But again, we can see some very nice patterns that Police have played throughout this season, and they will want to continue that today.
I'm sure, especially in front of the home crowd. And after last week's win coming in a away win, so Police will be coming into this game with a win and Navy will be coming after a lose. So lot of things to look forward for there.
28 points to 13. Army beat Air Force yesterday, and then we had Havelock Sports Club uncharacteristically going without a fight against CRNFC. 30 points to 17. CR just picked up themselves. They were so good yesterday. I think the best performance that I've seen in the season so far by CRNFC. They just were a notch above, and that's what was expected start of the season. But CRNFC will be happy that at least in the second round and the week 2 that they were able to produce something like that. This is how the points table stands at the moment, Shamil. Kandy, of course, undefeated, 46 points, a mile apart the rest of the pack in the Dialog Rugby League 2019-2020. CR sitting second after that thumping win yesterday. Police sitting third, and we have Havelock Sports Club at fourth. So that's the top 4 teams that we are looking at. Then we come to look at today's team, that is Navy, have only got 2 wins out of their 8. They will want to improve that track record.
Definitely the 2 teams in dark blue, as you can see on the scorecard. The third from top and third from the bottom. Interesting clash here. Lot of things separating the 2 sides. And while we talk right here in Police Park, there's another exciting game, Dinuk, happening up in Kandy, in your hometown, in Nittavela, where Kandy would take on CHNFC. What do you make of that game?
It's going to be a cracker as well up there. It's always lovely to watch that game up in Nittavela. There are a few grounds that I like, and one of those is Nittavela, because the crowd is so close to you and the players are so close to you, and so much to look forward to in that game. I'm sure Navy would have prepared for that. They have Gayan Veeraratna who will be playing, Kandy will be, CH would have been prepared for that, because they have Gayan Veeraratna, who is a former Kandy skipper, and he knows how to win there in Palakale. Janindu Dilshan, the top try scorer in the Dialog Rugby League 2019-2020, an exciting talent that everybody was looking forward for after his royal stint, and he has come to light.
Yes, he was sought out for right after he ended his schooling career. And another school-time star, Tarinder Atwata, former Trinitian captain, being the highest point scorer in the league so far.
Yeah, he will have his opportunity for it to extend today. We'll have to wait and see by how much that he will do today. They are up in Nittavela. So he will have the opportunity there up in Nittavela with 63 points plus to end this week on a high. And this is how round 1 of the Dialog Club Rugby League 2019-2020 finished, Shamil, like you said, 26 points to 18. Police Sports Club won that game up in Valisara. Not an easy place, Shamil, to travel and win is Valisara, but Police have managed to do that, and in their return leg here at Police Park they will feel much more comfortable.
Definitely, once you breach your opponent's home ground, once you breach their own den, you definitely are prone to feel much more confident when you come into your home game. Nevertheless, lot of things have changed. New faces we see in both sides compared to their previous encounter. So I'm sure that both the teams would have learned and developed their skill and learned from their mistakes from their previous encounter. And I would like to look out for the strategies that both sides would employ to get the better of both their opponents in this game right here.
Yeah, Navy. Looks like it was Vonivosa who was in that piece, but he will not take part anymore. They have got a replacement. Another Fijian in that 12 place is Eroni Votago, who will play for Police today. So that will be an interesting size how he goes about it, as we will see the team names in a bit. And this is how that finished. 26 points to 18, Police going into that game and winning that game. And that is why they are in the top 4 of the table. Challenged most of the teams in this Dialog Club Rugby League. We will have more with the team cards and live play coming up after this short commercial break. Stay tuned to ThePapare.com.
Get set to witness the first-time champions, 7-time champion, and the 23-time Grand Slam champion. Witness all the sets and a few setbacks. Witness this and witness that, and definitely not that. Witness the one in this generation and the ones in the next. Witness the crowd pleases, the crowd teases, the drop shots, hot shots, and the big shots. Witness the Australian Open and witness the greatness unfold. Only on Sony 10.2 and Sony 6.
අලු සීටිකක් දැම්මන නරකයි. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
සර් සර්ගේ පේමන්ට් එක සෙටල් කරන්න තියෙනවා.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන්.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, a Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with the heart.
අපි කමිටුවක් පත් කරනවා. ඒ කමිටුවේ ප්‍රතිඵල ඔබතුමාලාට ළඟදිම ලැබෙන්න සලස්වනවා. තා මොනවාරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද?
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?
Welcome to God of War.
I want to show you some quality gameplay.
You have one chance to beat it. What? It's intense, man. It's had a rough day.
Wow, we're in the middle of the map.
Mission successful.
உங்கள் கிராமத்தில், உங்கள் நகரில், உங்கள் பிரதேசத்தில் உள்ள வீரர்கள் திறமையானவர்களா? அவளின் திறமைகளை நீங்கள் அறிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டுமா? தமிழ் பேசும் உங்களின் திறமைகளை உலகறியச் செய்யும் உங்களுக்கான யூடியூப் சேனல் www.youtube.com/ThePapare Tamil.
We need to have a talk.
Young Sheldon returns January 10th on Warner TV.
It's my favorite part. Suit up.
Arrow returns in Crisis on Infinite Earths, January 15th on Warner TV.
Leaving so soon?
Supergirl returns January 20th on Warner TV.
That's where the fun begins.
The Flash returns February 5th.
I'll see you when you get back.
On Warner TV.
මේ ක්‍රීඩාංගනවල ගහකොළ තනකොළයක් පවා බලන් ඉන්නේ අපි එනකම්. පිටියේ සිදුවෙන පුංචිම පුංචි තොරතුරේ ඉඳන් පිටියෙන් පිටත සිදුවෙන දේ දක්වාම රටට පෙන්වන්න අපි කැපවෙන නිසා. මේක ක්‍රීඩාව ගැන ගැඹුරින්ම තියෙන ආදරයක්. එක වෙලාවකට පිස්සුවක්. ක්‍රිකට් ක්‍රීඩාවේ ඉඳන් මලල ක්‍රීඩා දක්වා ඕනෑම ක්‍රීඩාවක්. පාසල් මට්ටමේ ඉඳන් ජාත්‍යන්තරය දක්වා ඕනෑම මට්ටමක් අපි තරණය කරන්නේ හදවතින්. මව්බිම වෙනුවෙන් තරුණ දහදිය පිටිය සිඹිද්දී ඒ අත්දැකීම් ඔබට සමීප කරන අපේ දහදියත් පිටිය මත වැටුණා. ඔබේ හදවතට විජයග්‍රාහී හැඟීම් අරගෙන එන්න, මව්බිමට ධනාත්මක බලාපොරොත්තු ඇති කරන්න ඕනෑම දුරක් යන්න අපි සූදානම්. උස්මිතිකම්, භාෂාමය බාධා බිඳ දමලා ඕනෑම සමාජ මාධ්‍යයක් හරහා ක්‍රීඩාව රසවිඳින ක්‍රීඩාලෝලී හමුදාවක් අපි හැදුවේ ලක්මවගේ අනාගතය වෙනුවෙන්. ලක්මව ජාත්‍යන්තර ජයග්‍රහණ වලින් සැරසෙද්දී ඔබේ පාසල් මව ක්‍රීඩා සමාජය ජයග්‍රහණ සමරද්දීත් අපි ඔබේ එක්ක හිටියා. මේ අපේ රටේ ක්‍රීඩාවේ සාඩම්බරය, ක්‍රීඩාවේ පෙරගමන, ඒ ජයග්‍රාහී හැඟීම ඔබේම හැඟීමක් කරන ThePapare.com. ThePapare.com ක්‍රීඩාවට හදවතින්.
Welcome back as the teams run out. Led by Lahiru Pavitra, of course, for Police, but Udara Surya Peruma will be the skipper. And then Richie Damapala leading the Navy Sports Club team. This is how the Police Sports Club team will look like today. Lahiru Pavitra, Rasit Silva and Danushka Ediru Surya in that front row. And then we have Nisal Samadhi and Mohan Vimalaratna in that second row, which is a very good second row. Then the skipper Udara Surya Peruma and the exciting talent of Vagisha Veerasinghe along with Udaya Sanjula will complete that 6, 7 and 8, which will be crucial today because there is someone who is very experienced on the other hand. And then we have Pimesh, Danushka and Janit Chandimal at 9 and 10. And then of course Eroni Watago, Sujan Kudituaku, Vihanga Pavitru and Sachit Silva along with the exciting talent of Kasun Suranga will complete the starting 15 for Police. And then the replacement for Police today will be Hashan, Muammar, Nalin, Diat, Adisha, Rukshan, Amat and Shan Akila, who will complete the Police 23. Moving on to the Navy front row, we have Charit Ekanayaka, Amit Gunasinghe and Deshan Vimukti. Stefan Gregory comes in, and then we have Supun Piris in that locks for Navy Sports Club today. Adisha Veeratunga along with Yoshita Rajapaksa, who will play his first game today, and Radhisha Seniviratna at number 8. So that's an exciting third row to watch out for, with a lot of experience and excitement with Radhisha Seniviratna, Yoshita Rajapaksa, and of course Adisha Veeratunga, the excitement to bring in that third row. The match can be won or lost there. And then we have the skipper Richie Damapala, and one of the best left foot kickers and fly half that I've seen in Sri Lanka is Isuru Kongawata. Is leaning into that lull. Just thought that he would have missed that touch after his school career at EC Patana. He's a wonderful player, this lad Isuru Kongawata. Then we have the experience of Mushin Falil at 12, hard running along with Sachinka, Abe Sekara, Samit Dhananjay on one wing, Supun Dilshan on the other, and Chatura Seniviratna will be the last man of defense for Navy. The replacement Mahesh, Kavishka, Gihan, Tanuja, Charit, Ravin De Silva, Harsha and Gayan will complete for the Navy team. It's a lovely lineup, both of these lineup. Lot of exciting talent there, Shamil, to look forward to.
Definitely, we are just wrapping up the team introduction here. The Police team are already huddled up right in the center, doing their pre-game rituals, I believe. Well, after Police, you'd now see the Navy team following a similar ritual, looking up at the heavens. And while on your screen, you'd see the match officials. Ishanka Abekon will be the main man in this game. And of course, assisting him, we'd have Kalum Sandaruwan and Pradeep Indika as assistant referees for this all-important game between the Police and the Navy Sports Clubs. Looks like the home team will be kicking off. They'll be attacking to your left. And that will be more towards the main road, the high-level road. So that's how the two sides have chosen their attacking side to start the first half of this game.
We're all ready for kickoff. Janit Chandimal, who is playing at 10 today, will kick off for Police. Interesting change. Here we go. A lovely deep kick inside the 22, straight to the skipper Richie Damapala, and he will give it to Isuru Kongawata. He will straight away want to run this out from their 22. Risky business. Good tackle there coming from Sachin. As Navy still trying to play their game outside the 22, not clearing their lines. This time coming through Stefan Gregory. Here's Kongawata still spinning the ball out wide early in the game, trying to profit something from their 22. Messy ball inside that, and straight away into touch. So no gain for Navy Sports Club, not going for a clear exit. Shamil trying to run their way from the 22, having two kickers in plays with Isuru Kongavatta, the left foot kicker. Then you saw Chatura Senviratne, the right foot, but not going for the exit.
Well, we were just talking about how good their kicking can be, and they have not opted to use it early in the game. And look what has happened. Police with a line out.
Good check there by Nisal Samadhi in front. Now this ripped off by Stefan Gregory. Navy now again come out with the ball. Going into contact. It's pick and drive by Amit Gunasinghe. Here's Richie looking for options now. He goes back this time for Isuru Kongavatta. He will not take any risks, but will kick this nice and deep. Running behind is Sujan Kodituaku, who puts another kick up. Good take there by the Navy player. Taken down. Ball comes out once again. Looking for opportunities and straightening up is Charite Kanayaka. This is Stefan Gregory going into contact. Now Kongavatta off to Falil. Falil to Seniviratne. Seniviratne has players on the outside. Touches the ground. Here's Kongavatta again. Has plenty of forwards in midfield. Equally well defended there by Rasit Silva. Here's Isuru looking for wider channels and also an opportunity behind the back three. A lovely weighted kick if the chase can be good. Kick back by Police as Richie waiting for that. Juggles it and gives it back to Samit Dhananjaya. Off to Chatura Seniviratne, who spots some space on the near side now, drilling this down inside the 22 as Suranga hitting the side of the boots, and Navy this time by kicking have profited well about 20 to 30 meters on the other side of the park and will have a proper attacking line out, Shamil.
Well, very similar line outs exactly on the opposite side of the ground, but this time the ball will be in possession of Navy just a few meters away from their scoring line. So kicking used to good effect there.
Yes, exactly. Very good tactical kicking by both players. This is the luxury of having two kickers. You see most sides have today. Kandy has two. Again, straight away running into contact is Supun Dilshan on that occasion. Richie looking for options, comes back for his tight head Deshan Vimukti, who goes into contact. Brought down by the policeman. Richie Dhamapala looking for options again. Kongavatta standing start to motion Falil. Falil shows and goes. Steps off on Falil. Does he have the pace and power to go all the way? Falil still going on to the 5 meter mark. Here is the big man now for Navy. The ball has been spread out wide. Opportunity for Navy Sports Club just underneath the post. Pick and drive. Very close to the dialogue padding now. Trying to use their forwards. A beautiful break there by Falil. Here's Kongavatta now. Spins this out wide to Chaturadil Seniviratne, who will just walk into the try line to score that first try for Navy. What a piece of work. A beautiful break there by Mushin.
Well, that's some excellent rugby from the moment they won the line out. Good passing, no errors in ball handling, and wonderful try. Well, so the Sailors draw first blood here in foreign territory, and Navy go within the first 5 to 6 minutes.
This is way before where all started. It was the break of Mushin Falil that set up this try, and then quick recycle there by Richie Dhamapala. And good forward play as well to hold on to that ball. A couple of quick pick and goes. And from there on, it was just a couple of passes for that 5-pointer by Chatura Seniviratne on the right corner as Kongavatta lines this up.
Just outside the 22-meter line, Kongavatta. You'd expect this to go right in, but you never know. It bounces off the pole. Just like I said, you never know in rugby until the ball goes in. So the 2-point advantage is denied due to some haphazard kicking there. probably missed the mark with a few inches, as you can see. The terrific try once again. Just walked into the try line and bumped it in, and there you go. The Sailors are 5-0 up just inside 6 minutes. That would give them some confidence, Dinok.
It definitely will, because the way they control that phase of play off the set piece, as a high hanging kick this time by Police. Going into contact. Richie looking for options, now comes to Yoshita Rajapaksa, flicks it off back of the hand. Again looking for options. Here's another one off to Seneviratne, the try scorer. Puts his foot down. Chatura Seneviratne keeps the ball in play. Good pick up there by Yoshita Rajapaksa coming in support. Falil, quick recycle. Again going into contact is Navy, trying to play this game at high tempo. Dhananjaya goes into contact, held up there by Police. This is Charite Kanayaka. Referee playing advantage for offside and no advantage on that occasion. So again a lovely break from inside the 22, Shamil, for Navy. And then from there on it was a bit tough for Police to recycle and stay on that defensive line to shoot up.
Yes, and looks like Navy have opted in for the 3 points. Right in front of the goal post. And also very different attacking techniques. In the previous instance, when you saw the try being scored, it was a kicking game where the ball was kicked right into the Police 22, and this was all about the running game from their 22 all up to the point of the goal, and now they've gained advantage and a penalty straight away to make it 8-0 within 8 minutes of this game.
Kongawat, a lovely strike this time. Good technique right between the uprights. 8 points to 0.
Perfectly bisected the uprights that time. So Kongawat would gain some confidence after that kick going through. 8-0. Navy are right on top at this instance. As you can see, the kick once again, as I mentioned, perfectly bisecting the goal posts. Not nearing either of the posts. And straight away Police are under the pump. The third restart we have in under 9 minutes.
Restart again, a lovely hanging kick, but nicely taken there by Seneviratne. That's Radisha. Here's Richie looking for that short pass and getting it right through Supun Piris, going into contact. Kongawat, lovely long cutout pass to Falil. Falil giving it out wide to Sachinka Abesekara. Here's Kongawat now. Police now settling, Navy rather settling into a lovely pattern of play using both sides. Here's Rajapaksa now, standing in the wider channels, goes into contact. Taken outside the 22, so this can't be kicked out on the full, as a cross kick by Kongawat. Offside, says referee Ishanka, so an opportunity now. A slight misjudgment there by Isuru. Took that extra couple of seconds to put the kick in, whereas the wing on the far side, they shot up.
Well, very well observed by the referee in that instance, Dinuk. It's hard to spot these in a very fast-moving game. And looks like Police have opted for a scrum right in front of the goal post.
Interesting call early on in the game. That shows their attacking mindset, but 3 points on offer underneath the post. You should always go for that 3 early in this game, but they have their other plans. If it comes well,
Well, that also shows the confidence of this police outfit. They've been performing better than their opponents, and I'm sure they want to ride in that confidence and go into the kill straight away.
Sri Lanka's largest video collection with Dialog View, no data charges. You can download on it on Google Play and of course the App Store. There is plenty of video to watch on that, Shamil, I'm telling you. You can watch the entire lifetime. That's how much content that you have in Dialog View.
Well, good for us sports lovers. Could watch a game on the go and whenever you are free, and not only wait till there's a live match happening in a ground to go and watch it. A very unusual drinks break, Dinuk.
Referee's trying to find the right match ball. Holding at the back, good push there by Navy. That's a statement early on in the game by the Sailors, and that will dent the confidence of Police, not going for 3 points, taking the scrum and push back like that.
That was a very aggressive push, Dinuk. The Navy, the Police scrum went toppling down, and I'm sure they would be regretting their decision of not going for the 3 points and gifting position to Navy, while Navy would look to get out of jail and once again go into their attacking mode. But well, what do you think? Would Police give a perfect rebuttal and topple the Navy scrum this time?
It'll be interesting to see if that happens. Navy looked very solid in that scrum. Police just broke apart. And that is one reason. Look at the number 7 there. No bind at all. And that is normally a Sri Lankan context that you see. The number 7 standing out, which loses a big amount of weight. This time Kongawata drilling that down into the opposition half. It's a very good kick there by Isuru.
Ensuring that it doesn't go out on the full. Well, the celebrations have already begun here in the Police Park. You can hear the ThePapare making its rounds in the ground as Navy ready to throw in.
Nicely taken at the back by Yoshita. Here's an opportunity now. There is no one in front of him. A lovely inside ball. That's just class from Adisha Veeratunga to Samit Dhananjay to score the second try for Navy. It all started when Richie wanted to throw that ball out, came off a Police hand. From there on, Adisha Veeratunga put the accelerator down, and then a lovely inside ball. Beautiful try by Navy. They are just running riots here at the Police Park.
Definitely, they are running riots in the Police Park and capitalizing from a knockback of a Police hand there. And wonderful run by the pair. Adisha and Isuru. Eventually Isuru scoring, Samit Dhananjay scoring the try for Navy, as you can see again on your screen.
Look at the amount of pace that the number 6 has. That's just so good to see a number 6 running like that. It's just Adi Savia stuff. If you want to see that, that's just class from Adisha Veeratunga. And a lovely inside ball, and the kick is good by Isuru Konghavata. 13 points already on the clock. A point per minute is what Navy is cruising at the moment. And Police will want to stop that already. You can see the body language just walking back to the 50-meter mark. Just want to try to slow this game down. Look at this, the ball coming off the end. Adisha Veeratunga pounces on that loose ball. And lovely bit of skill to draw and pass. And from there on, it's too hard to catch a number 11. Just dives through the under the post. As Asanka Rodrigo, the coach, is fuming from the sidelines, just wants some attitude and show some body language, positive body language, as Police look for a change in kick-off to the near side now. Again a hanging kick, looks like it's out on the full. So mistakes just creeping up, pressure tells the story. ABS sent a scrum for Navy Sports Club. Another perfect opportunity score, Shamil.
Definitely nothing going the policemen's way. Navy were 5-0 up in the 6th minute, and they were 8-0 up in the 8th minute, and they are 15-0 up now in the 15th minute. They were 15-0 up in the 15th minute, and Police are just gifting the ball, as they've done once again in this instance. And scrum right in the center line. What do you think, Dinuk? Would Navy opt for the kicking game, or would they run with the ball?
Yeah, it's exciting to see the defensive pattern of Police as well. They're right up on the line, no one sweeping, but they go to the right side. There are no kickers there for Navy. They just want to run this. A lovely inside ball to Samit Dhananjay. The try scorer cuts back in. They had both kickers to their left. Both Kongawat and Chatura Senaviratne onto the left of the scrum. And they went to the right side to Mushin Falil. Here is Richie looking for options now. Goes to the left again. Mushin Falil there. Cutting back in and going into contact. The ball pops off the ruck. Kongawat standing back now. Looking for opportunities. Yoshita Rajapaksa as standing up on that tackle by Ironi Wotago. He has experience playing with these Fijians. He had players like Setafano Takau, the Fiji's keeper, and also Joseph Dunn playing with him. That's Wotago going into contact and bumping off Yoshita Rajapaksa. That'll give more confidence now, and the Fijian.
Well, now it is Police's attempt in the scrum from the center line. They should put the incidents from the previous scrum behind them and try to take it afresh and look to get points on the board. As the referee calling for attention for an injured player from the Navy camp. Looks like Yoshita Rajapaksha is the player.
Right, okay.
Too.
Right. Right here, come.
Would like to see that replay once again if we have that opportunity before we get into this scrum. That was a classic shoot up from Ironi Wotago, and Yoshita put his head up and just nailed it down with the shoulder. That was high level contact.
Hardly moved an inch, Dinuk.
Just stopped Wotago on his tracks. Opportunity now for Police Sports Club. Reset of the scrum. Here's that replay. Look at that.
Right.
Just bouncing off that flying player. Wotago was guilty of going just above that chest. Had he gone a bit lower. This was Kongawat.
Okay.
Good timing there by Wotago.
Crouch!
Just going right into that shoulder and bouncing off. Had he gone a bit lower, would have been a perfect tackle. Good shot.
Hey! Say!
That's contact. Here's Veeratunga breaking off from the back for Police. Udaya Sanjula rather. And Navy trying to counter-ruck. And looks like they have. That's putting so much body on the line. Here's an opportunity. Veeratunga. Off to Falil. Falil, a lovely offload. Has Senaviratne on the outside. Senaviratne cutting back. Steps off one, steps off another. Chatura Senaviratne. He's got his dancing shoes today. A loose ball. Bouncing and bouncing in downtown to touch on that occasion. A bit too eager on that occasion by Richie Damapala. But this Navy backline is creating problems for Police Sports Club.
Would love to see a replay there too. Once again from the scrum, Navy seemed to be dominating, and Police didn't let the ball linger too much in the scrum, and they pulled it out. But once again, you see the pack weight of Navy coming into play. This is where the sidestepping was on, and they were on course for yet another try, but aptly brought down. And the ball was sent to touch, and now Police are in position. They would look out to get out of jail here, but looks like the maul is engaged upon, and Police still not kicking out. This is dangerous territory for Police to be in. However, they've still won the penalty. This is another chance for them to get out of jail, Dinuk.
Yeah, going on the side on that occasion, Navy trying to capitalize on possession. Police got a lovely line-out ball on top, and Votago going into contact again. Two different types of players, whereas Imosi Vonivosa, who was with Police, was a bit more player who will look into space and show his speeding skills, and a lovely set of hands he had, whereas Votago is depending most of his power. This is him taking two players out, and referee playing advantage straight away from coming from the side there.
Well, not a great kick at that instance, still inside their territory, Police, as they would look to win this line out and get into the Navy territory and get into some attacking. They're still 15-0 down, passing the ball out wide this time. Good ground covered so far, close to the line. Looks like the ball has been stolen, and yes, it is. It has been stolen. And Navy in position with the ball. They're still in their opposite half, and
that was a clear offside, Shamil, and that player warranted a yellow card. He just shot up way before that ball came onto play. That was Rasid Silva. He was like the opposition fly half. He was so on the wrong side of the field. Look at this. Look at Rasid Silva. Can be touch and go as well as already. Can be a bit of good timing there by Silva. Would like to see that replay once again. Kongawatha had the ball in and out of that ruck. And Rasid Silva may have got that right in the end. But it looks so bad that the referees wanted to change, as Yosita Rajapaksa.
Well, he's coming from behind the referee, so the referee didn't exactly see when he started running.
If you can take back a few more. Exactly where Kongawat, I think he's a bit offside there, not behind the last foot. Very interesting. Very interesting. As you know, we have the Singa Under 19 Division 1 Cricket Tournament 2019-2020 kicked off. We're just going closer into that March Madness here on ThePapare.com, and you can watch all the cricket games, Division 1 cricket games live every week on ThePapare.com and also Batsman.com. It's going to be a fantastic season coming ahead. We know how that works. As Police, as you can see, right in front of you have lost one of their crucial players who have been taken out. Looks like it's Suranga. Sean Akila replaces him, another youngster coming from St. Joseph's College. But this man who has been replaced is Sachit Silva, the speedster for Police Sports Club. So that is a big loss for them.
Once again into live action. Good kick this time from Kongahawatha. Just on the opposition 22. Navy looking to score their third try for the game. Dinuk, they were 15-0 in the 15th minute. We are just crossing over to the 24th minute. Will they be looking to get into their third try and make it probably 22-0? Straight away going into contact there. Still in position, however. Once again passing out wide. But this time the policemen seem to be in the right place in the right time and not letting the Navy, the sailors, breach their defensive line.
Not having enough balance on that, says referee Shankar Bekon. Going off feet, losing that body weight on that turnover that police captured. Yes, Konga Avatana will put this into touch and give Navy another opportunity.
Well, yes, they had the option of going for the 3 points and extending their lead, but no, says the Navy captain, we are going for the kill. So they are just 5 meters away from the try line right now. Isru Kongahawat, of course, doing a perfect job in the kick. Here's the infringement once again. And once again back in live action. Navy seems to be clearing the police defenses this time, just a few inches away from the try line. Passing it out. They're running in, and that's a try. That's the third try for Navy Sports Club. Look at the jubilation of the players. They are 20-0 up in this game so far.
A lovely set play move there at the back of that line out initially to gain a couple of meters. From there on, they use their forwards. Navy Sports Club have come with a lot of intent today and have played really well so far, whereas police are making a whole lot of changes early in the first half itself. As Nalin Kumar comes in, along with Adisha Handun Patirana also coming in. This is where the try was created. Richie Damapala looking for options as the Navy player there twisting and turning and goes into the try line. That's Supun Dilshan who's flirting that close to that try line, the wing 3/4. Had enough power to power his way through. As police are making a lot of changes, another player comes in. That's Muhammadin in that number 17 jersey, who also has walked in. So Asanka Rodrigo has no option rather than making the whole lot of changes, because his team is down 22 points after 25 minutes on the clock.
Well, hopefully fresh legs can change the game around for the policemen. Nothing is looking good for them right now. 22-0 as we just hit the 26-minute mark in our clocks.
Coaching staff have been asked not to talk to the referee, Asanka Rodrigo. And Udara Surya Perma has been clearly told by Ishanka Besinga to keep quiet.
Well seated here amidst the audience. There has been a lot of noise from our right hand side, Dinuk, the Navy supporters. But the police supporters in their home ground have remained quite silent so far in this game. Hopefully the rest of the 50 plus remaining minutes would encourage the police supporters, as they hope their team would perform better than they've done so far in the game. As an excellent break from the Navy ranks, still looking to breach the defensive line and go past it. Unfortunate knock on their handling errors. We've not seen a lot of handling errors in this game by the Navy players, especially so far. By the Navy players.
It's okay. It's a game, no? Yeah.
Referee clearly communicating something to the police captain with regards to their bench. Not exactly clear what the communication was there. But nevertheless, police in position. Probably the second time they look that they've been awarded a penalty in this game in the opposition's territory. Previously, we saw the scrum collapsing, and once again a very similar sight. The police scrum has collapsed once again. But this time around the police in position and they opt for the quick tap option. Running towards their first try. Kicking into space. Good chase from the runner there, but Navy ensuring that they don't let the ball roll into touch or roll into the attacking police players' hands. Looks like police calling back, the referee is calling back on that advantage in this instance.
Yeah, not 10 meters there by Navy Sports Club. So police good thinking, got the quick tap off that penalty and caught the Navy defense napping there. Also tried a cross kick option as Nalin Kumara puts this into touch on the 10-meter mark. This is how it happened. Look at this scrum pushing back but lifting that on the far side, says the referee. And then from there on, quickly taken tap there by Vagisha Veerasinghe. Saw the space and Navy defense caught napping, not going 10 meters back. Here's a great opportunity now for Police Sports Club.
Well, this is definitely the closest they've been to scoring a try in this game so far. Good collection from the line out. The defensive attack is waiting for the attackers to try and breach the defense. Police opting to not pass it out. And this time, they have passed it out. Once again, the referee has called back on advantage and
so another penalty there for Navy in the red zone. So Richie Dhamapala will have his warning. As police have the opportunity now, gave that ball to the powerful Fijian in the close quarters to try and barge away into that try line. Police will not go for another scrum for sure, just because how much they have conceded.
Well, I'm sure scrum after two scrums being lifted up and toppled over by the Navy defense, they would not opt for a scrum within 5 minutes after the previous scrum toppling incident took place. And they, of course, have gone for the line out yet again with just 5 meters away from the try line. This time looking for the maul. Can they go over the try line? The maul is still making its way the juggernaut, and that is it. The first try for the home team. The policemen have scored their first try. Looks like it is Vagisha once again. Vagisha was very motivated and pumped up, especially after the previous infringement. He was also the speedster who took the quick tap previously, and he was hungry, and that try would definitely satisfy his hunger to a certain extent. Wonderful play by police there.
A good rolling maul there by Police Sports Club. Just brought down nice and clean, and then referee playing advantage as well for pulling down the player in the air. And then good body position. Navy were never going to stop that way on that try line. And as police, they were pumped up to get their first try on the board on the 31st minute mark. Nalin Kumara, the new kicker, who has come in for Police Sports Club. He'll take a couple of steps, slots this nice and in between the posts. A beautiful kick coming back in by Kumara. So 7 points to 22. Police are back in this game. Just about 9 minutes to go in the half time.
And finally some noise coming from our left side, Dinuk. The Police supporters, they were eagerly waiting, patiently waiting for their team to put points on the board. And they have 7 points. After a beautiful kick that is from Nalin Kumara of Vagesh Veerasinghe try in the 32nd minute. They're still trading by 15 points. The policemen can't be overjoyed. They have a lot to do. And they will try to narrow down this deficit further within the first half itself. They have just under 8 minutes according to our clock. This time opting to kick out and not let Navy come into their 22. Rosit Silva with the ball. Good line out, not opting for the maul this time, and Navy opting to run as they seem to have had a knack of so far in the game. Going into contact and building it in faces. The Sailors. Police would look to breach this onslaught by the Navy players so far, as they'd like to score some more before the half ends. Good run there, perfectly saw the gap, and he's still running. This is definitely going to be another try if they don't make a mess out of it, and they don't. That is a 4th try, ladies and gents, for Navy. Just as you thought that the policemen are back in this game, look at that by Navy once again.
Yeah, that's the experienced campaigner there, Mushin Falil. Oh, what class. Standing in depth. And Isuru Kongawata just gave that ball in a nice running angle for Mushin Falil. Look at this angle. From depth he comes in, just bisects the line. No one to catch him from there. He has power, pushes off one, has one to beat, runs around him, Mushin Falil. He looks younger day by day to score that try. The experienced campaigner for Navy in that midfield. We have seen how powerful he is. He shows skill now to run around the defense. Beautiful try there by the Navy centre.
Mohsin definitely did create some chances early on for some of the previous tries that Navy scored, and this time he himself scores the try for Navy as Isuru once again eyeing up the uprights. He has been successful in 2 instances so far out of the 3. This is his 4th shot at a conversion kick.
Remember, Shamil, Mushin is playing up against the Fiji and Eroni Votago, and that's where dead centre he ran again. This time putting it to the right far post. A lovely curve back in by Surukonga Avatta. Adds the extra 2. And Navy have just gone into a different mode in this game. This is the best I've seen them play this season. Look at that kick as well. Good hanging kick. Lovely curve back. Nicely done by Isuru.
Well, after Police scored the previous try, Dinuk, I thought that Navy would try to see off this half. But no, they just want to go into halftime with a 20-plus lead. As Police, for the umpteenth time in this game, restarting, and once again a cardinal error out on the full and gifting the ball to their opposition, who are already 22 points ahead of them, to restart at the center. Once again, another great opportunity for Navy to attack. And Dinuk, we know how strong their scrums have been in this game so far.
Yes, and we know how strong our YouTube channel is for replays, highlights and everything that's sports in Sri Lanka. A lot of subscriptions. You can just subscribe our YouTube channel, get the notifications on, and ThePapare.com will take care of your sports update forever as we bring you everything that is on sports to your doorstep through our YouTube channel. Just join us now.
As Navy have restarted once again, and they're straight away into the running game. Lot of grounds covered so far, and looks like they're cruising ahead. The police defense will definitely have to stop this juggernaut.
That's Chatura Seneviratne scoring his second. Again, the two working in tandem, Mushin Falil and Chatura Seneviratne on the far side. Exactly where they went in the previous center scrum. This time covering about almost 50 meters. Mushin hit that first line of defense, broke through and gave it to Seneviratne. Seneviratne from there on put the foot on the metal. And it was too powerful in the end to finish. Look at this. Mushin gives that early pass out. Look at Chatura Seneviratne. Beats 1, 2, 3. Breaks off the tackle. Still has players chasing him. Has one to go. Bounces off him. And then touches down on the try line. Seneviratne scoring. Navy Sports Club have turned their attitude on here.
And we are back live. Apologies for the technical difficulty. Just like all of us, cameras got a bit excited and decided to cause some difficulties. Isurukongahawata missed the conversion kick, and the scoreboard is still 34-7 with a 27-point lead for Navy as we are in the final couple of minutes in the first half. And Navy once again in possession of the ball. They'd look to end this half without conceding any more points. Navy and Police would desperately look for any points that is on offer before the half ends. And here is an opportunity for them as Police opts to quick tap and run, and some decent ground covered so far. Passing it out, the crowd shouting, pass it, but the policemen opting to run for it and not passing the ball. Good defensive options by Navy. They look very desperate to not let go of any of their lead points before the half ends. The referee has called advantage for a high tackle. Police still with position. They would like to run this over and score their second try for the game. A mid-pitch brawl for the ball. And referee calls back for that infringement for the high tackle. The captain checking how much more time there is. And looks like there is enough time for a line-out kick. Well, from this point on, the Nook, Police will have to be perfect in order to ensure that they score before the end of the half. Probably the last few seconds, even though our clock shows 40. It is the referee's clock that matters in the end. This is just a time indication for you watching from home. So we can't be too far off. This should be definitely the last minute or two maximum. And police will have to ensure that they don't commit to any mistakes and have a perfect run from this point onwards. And they are going for the maul which won them the try previously, but pushing in the wrong direction. Looks like it's once again in favor of the policemen. And a yellow card being shown to a player for Navy. Not sure exactly what the infringement is. It is Stefan Gregory, who has been sent to the sin bin. Once again, a line-out kick by the policemen. Luckily for them, the previous stop didn't result in them losing the ball, but only getting a player advantage as well. So this is definitely the best opportunity for police to try and shorten the deficit. As Lahiru throws in the ball once again, and they once again opt in for the rolling maul. This time the maul seems to be going in the right direction. Can the Navy defense stop it? No, they can't. The maul is cruising. The policemen are cruising towards that try line, a few inches away. If they score this try, that will definitely make them feel better. Not great, but definitely feel better than going in with a 27-point deficit. Right in front of the goalpost. Can they go over? They're looking to pass, and he opts into the near side. They definitely have numbers, and looks like it is a try, the second try for the policemen, right at the very corner of the ground. And it looks like it is jersey number 25 for police, Shan Akila.
Yeah, what a fantastic try there by police on that occasion. Got the rolling maul out, got the advantage as well. Then they spun the ball out to Emosi Watago. This was after that, and a lovely cutout pass by the skipper Udara Surya Perma off to Shan Akila, the youngster, scoring that try on the near corner for Police Sports Club. Like you said, Shamil, they'll be very happy to finish this off on a high, though the first 20 was very poor from Police.
Yes, so current deficit is 22. They'd love to make it 20 as well, just for a psychological advantage. Most probably this seems that it is half-time after the kick, and we would not have any more play. And the kick is totally off. It's clear 5 meters away from the goal post. And police have got the try, but not the conversion. So they go into the half-time with a 22-point deficit over Navy. And Navy have been excellent so far in the game. And I'm sure they'd like to come back stronger and hard and seal this game for their side. They've only won 2 games so far in the season, and they would desperately want to make it 3 games, and especially beating Police at their home after losing in their home away. That will be sweet revenge for Navy, won't it?
34 points to 12 half-time score, the confirmation here at Police Park. As we see a highlight package, plenty of highlights to talk to. This is just like a full-time score. That was how much action that the first 40 had. This is how the first try took place, after again by a fantastic break by Moshe Falil. Chatura Seniviratna scoring that try. Falil again dragging out and giving it out wide to Seniviratna. Seniviratna putting the foot on the metal, keeping the ball in play and creating a penalty, and Kungawata made no mistake. From there on, Navy once again a lovely set piece move this time. The ball tapped back, picked up by Wagisha. Look at the acceleration that is shown by Adisha Veeratungarada. And an inside ball to Samit Dhananjay to score that try. And then from there on, a big collision coming up on Yoshita Rajapaksa, which kept him on the blood bin for a few minutes. He was back after that, and Navy kept on scoring. Kongawata got to his kicking rhythm as well, and he continued adding the extra points just before Police wanted to come back and score that try off a rolling maul. This was after about 25 minutes on the clock that Police scored the first try. Nalin Kumara, the replacement fly half coming so early, converting that kick. And this was one of the best tries of the game. Mushin Fali, look at that. Pushes off one. Seniviratne on the outside. Doesn't need him. Mushin Falil scores that try. And Kongawata made no mistake with the conversion. And again a set piece move off the center scrum. This time Chatura Seniviratne showing class and power to score another try for Navy Sports Club. And then Police once again swung this out wide to score another try on the stroke of half time through Shahan Akila. And that's how the first half finished in this game, as we will go for a short commercial break. Enjoy the Police band play, and we'll be back after a turnaround which can be more exciting in the second half. Stay tuned.
Get set to witness the first-time champions, 7-time champion and the 23-time Grand Slam champion. Witness all the sets and a few setbacks. Witness this and witness that, and definitely not that. Witness the one in this generation and the ones in the next. Witness the crowd pleases, the crowd teases, the drop shots, hot shots and the big shots. Witness the Australian Open and witness the greatness unfold. Only on Sony 10-2 and Sony 6.
වෙඩින් එකට තාම හොටෙල් එකවත් බුක් කරලා නැහැනේ.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම් සිදු.
අලු සීට් එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම්.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, a Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with a heart.
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්? 5කින්
වෙඩින් එකට තාම හොටෙල් එකවත් බුක් කරලා නැහැනේ.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම් සිදු.
අලු සීට් එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම්.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, a Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with a heart.
welcome to God of War.
I want to show you some quality gameplay.
You have one chance to beat it. What? It's intense, man. It's had a rough day.
Wow, we're in the middle of the map.
Mission successful.
We need to have a talk.
Young Sheldon returns January 10th on Warner TV.
It's my favorite part. Suit up.
Arrow returns in Crisis on Infinite Earths, January 15th on Warner TV.
Leaving so soon?
Supergirl returns January 20th on Warner TV.
Here's where the fun begins.
The Flash returns February 5th.
I'll see you when you get back.
On Warner TV.
වෙඩින් එකට තාම හොටෙල් එකවත් බුක් කරලා නැහැනේ.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම් සුදු.
අලු සීට් එකක් දැම්ම නම් නරකයි.
දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්. දෙකින් දෙන්නම්.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with a heart.
මේ ක්‍රීඩාංගනවල ගහකොළ තනකොළයක් පවා බලන් ඉන්නේ අපි එනකම්. පිටියේ සිදුවෙන පුංචිම පුංචි තොරතුරේ ඉඳන් පිටියෙන් පිටත සිදුවෙන දේ දක්වාම රටට පෙන්වන්න අපි කැපවෙන නිසා. මේක ක්‍රීඩාව ගැන ගැඹුරින්ම තියෙන ආදරයක්. එක වෙලාවකට පිස්සුවක්. ක්‍රිකට් ක්‍රීඩාවේ ඉඳන් මලල ක්‍රීඩා දක්වා ඕනෑම ක්‍රීඩාවක්. පාසල් මට්ටමේ ඉඳන් ජාත්‍යන්තරය දක්වා ඕනෑම මට්ටමක් අපි තරණය කරන්නේ හදවතින්.
The Navy team on the right side now after the turnaround will kick off against Police. 34 points to 12, 5 tries to 2 is how this game has poised so far as Isuru Kongahavatta will kick this off.
Well, the teams have switched sides and hopefully Police would also look for a switch in luck as they try to counter a 22-point deficit as a straightaway pick up from that 22.
Back.
Good run there.
No, blue.
Well, Police still on the run. They definitely look very refreshed compared to the dying minutes of the first half. Cardinal error there. And good thinking. Just kicking the ball to empty space and chasing it. The referee eventually blowing the whistle in favor of Police. They'll blow a sigh of relief there, the policemen.
Unexpected pass on that occasion by the Police scrum half. Luckily for Police, they managed to crawl back and earn the penalty for going off the feet. As Nalin Kumara puts this into touch.
Well, Nalin ensured that he had the legs to go out and not the distance.
This is where it happens. Shamil Yoshita Rajapaksa kicking that back and putting the chasers on. There was a knock on there as well by the Navy player, and tracking back was Primesh Danushka for Police and managed to hold on to that ball, and Navy conceding a penalty by going off the feet.
Lahir once again with the ball. Clean line out this time. The Police opting to pass out wide, just like how they scored the try in the previous instance, the second try for them in this game. The players going into contact, and once again they are working the line, this time towards the near side. Again a good hit by the Navy player, bringing the player down, not managing to grab the ball. The referee calls advantage for the policemen. Will police manage to capitalize from this chance? But it is a knock on. Very unfortunate. But the referee will come back.
It was a high shot, but there will be a factor considered here because the collision that Veeratunga went into.
White's number 11.
Veerasinghe
White
went
number
into
11.
was he dipped into the contact of Samit Dhananjaya. So it'll be interesting
White number
to
11.
see if
11. High tackle.
referee
High tackle. So on.
Nishanka will go to his pocket. He doesn't. As Vagisha Veerasinghe was expecting a bit more than a penalty on that occasion, but not to see because he went downwards into that contact as Dhananjaya came nice and low, but Vagisha just dipped at the last moment, and a lovely kick by Nalin Kumara to the 10-meter mark.
This time he was looking for the distance, and distance he got. So 10-meter mark, that's where they'll start. In fact, looks like they'll be starting from just outside the 22-meter line. That's an excellent kick. Almost covering over 35 meters there through that kick. So Lahiru ensuring the ball is dry and clean for... I'm sure they would look to go into the mall, but that isn't to be, and police will look to build this in phases. It's a very good start for police this half. A lot of attacking opportunities. They will have to capitalize this. Even in the previous half, we saw a lot of cardinal and silly errors costing points for police. This time I'm sure they had a chat with the referee and the boys, and they would like to not have any silly errors harming them in this half, because they have a mountain to climb.
Knocked forward on the occasion by Radhisha Seneviratne, who got a good turnover ball and then leaving away. He's a very good player, this guy Radhisha Seneviratne. Plenty of experience. Has played for quite a number of clubs from Air Force, SIA and now Navy. He's a good third row player, Seneviratne. As we have to remind that Stefan Gregory is still in the bench, coping that yellow card just before half time, which means he'll have to spend another 5 at least.
And police will try to make the maximum advantage out of having 15 men in the field as opposed to 14 from their opposition. And this opportunity they've got for a scrum in the opposition 22. They would look to capitalize and try to counter the woes in the first half with scrums, where their scrums are toppled over. Another good attempt by the Sailors to topple that scrum as well, but the ball sneaking out before that could happen and kicking into empty space and chasing it down, but Navy player manages to secure the ball and not give away position. Well, there was a bit of a fumble and police eyes lit up, but luckily the captain himself, Udara Surya Peruma, managing to collect the ball. Well, in fact, it was Supun Piris collecting the ball and walking out.
Yeah, didn't have any other option, isn't it? Good tackle. Throwing a few loose passes here. Sachinka Abhiyasekar on that occasion, Moshin Falil, and then, like you said, Supun Piris didn't have any other option other than to run that ball out. Closing the gap on that line out on the occasion by Navy. Thought they got the ball in front on that number 2 jump. Now an opportunity as police are opting to tap and run and going into contact is Adisha Handun Patirana.
The police ranks have definitely grown in confidence from the time the second half started, And they do deserve to score a try at this instance for the positivity they've shown so far in the first 7 minutes of this half, as they are few inches away from the try line. Navy players gathering in numbers behind the ball to ensure that Police don't get it easy, even though the Navy team is one player short. That is a try. Well, we did not see the ball come out, but somehow the Police players have managed to creep the ball through the ranks and score a try. Looks like it is Rasit Silva who has scored the try in this instance. We'd love to see a replay there.
A quick tap taken from that occasion by Police Sports Club, and then a couple of pick and drives. And the big man, Rasit Silva, too hard to stop him in that close range. And he goes for another try for the Cops. Look at that pick and drive. Having the legs to go through. Conversion is good too. So 19 points to 34 is how the game stands at the moment.
Well, the conversion is as easy as it gets. It'll be a sin to not get a conversion through when it's right under the post. And rightfully kicked well, and they are straight away 7 points into the second half. They've got the first scoring opportunity. 19 points to 34, and the Police are still in a deficit of 15 points. No one wants the ball. That is very unusual in a rugby field, where you sometimes call the sport of rugby, where 30 people try to battle it out for the ball. Dinuk, any expert advice on what went on there?
It was not 10, so Police were confused whether to pick that ball up and run or get the center scrum that they have now. So they'll have the option. Isuru Kongawat just missing that in judgment, as Police will try and strike off this 50-meter center scrum.
Well, even the players were not sure. There were different players shouting out different things to collect the ball, and some were saying not to, but all is well for Police so far. And this time Navy creating some restart errors. And looks like Police would want to capitalize once again. The playing field is restored with Stephen Gregory making his way to the ground. And looks like Navy has straight away stolen the ball.
Yeah, maul called on that occasion. From there on, Navy just held that player up. Look at this, going into contact, isolated. There are two Navy players. That's Amit Gunasinghe along with Yoshita Rajapaksa, just holding that player up, with Nimesha Ekanayake as well, the youngster, former Trinity prop, played last year, playing for Navy this season. He's a big player. Nimesha Ekanayake played for Sri Lanka under 20 as well, so he's starting at Lucid for Navy.
Referee has called advantage, and Yoshid opting to tap and run, working it along the line, bisecting the gap there. He should have passed a bit too late, a millisecond too late, and the player was caught off balance. And Police have the ball once again. It was almost a sure shot try the way the Navy players were running, but the pass being a millisecond too late, eventually costing in the Navy not going over the line.
Again, the Police defense caught napping. Quick tap taken by Yoshita Rajapaksa. And he had players on the outside. Good draw and pass. That was a lovely draw and pass. Good play by the Navy player on that occasion to cut back in to create space. Did the offload, but not at the expected time. And the ball spilling in the end. So A try gone begging there for Navy, but police will have the opportunity to clear their grounds.
Well, from Navy's perspective, they have lost 12 points when their player was out, when they were one man short in the field. And that's definitely a good enough punishment for a yellow card infringement, as police this time try to run with the ball. Two Navy players taking to stop that man, that momentum. They're still not opting to kick. They want to run from their 22. Be too ambitious for a side who are 15 points behind. But if that is their playing style, I'm sure that is what they need to do. And not try to adopt new strategies, especially when they are behind in an important game. After a few stop starts, they are trying to pass it out to the line, and another error, not collecting the ball clean, resulting in a knock-on. This is what police doesn't need. Vagisha Veerasinghe, he was very pumped up in the first half, but he'll be thoroughly disappointed with that effort. Took it too easy, took his eyes off the ball in the last moment, resulting in a spill. And now Navy have a perfect chance to attack from there.
Changes coming up. Rukshan Dayanta coming in jersey number 18.
Here, mark.
Another prop forward in the form of Hashan Fernando. Also coming in for Navy Sports Club. As you can see, an in-depth look at Dialog Rugby League. Facts and figures and everything that you want up onto the player statistics. Just visit the ThePapare stats and you will get all information on that. Stats.thepapare.com is where you need to head to. A lovely line once again by Moshin Falil, breaks off and gives it to Radhisha Senaviratne again. A beautiful 1-2 coordination there. Long cutout pass from Isru Kongawata, trying to offload in the tackle is Chatura Senaviratne, breaking off one, breaking off another. Chatura Senaviratne inches close to the try line. Police trying to turn over ball. Here is Navy once again on the attack. Richie trying to get quick recycle ball. Ball goes to ground. Pick up there by Falil once again. He's strong and he scores. Moshin Falil. He's just class, isn't it, today? And he has turned around things. And Falil has turned out a beast today in Navy colours, scoring another try.
Well, this is definitely Falil's day. The first player to score tries on both ends of the pitch in this game so far, Mohsin Falil. And he looks fit as a schoolboy. One of the most experienced campaigners in the Navy lineup. And look at this. Pass the ball there. The ball went to ground. But there was no stopping Mohsin Falil. Once he collected the ball, he just cruised away to score that try and ensure his team is once again cruising with a hefty lead. Again, one of the easiest kickers for Kongawata, which he puts through successfully. And that is the 7-pointer for Navy in the second half. So once again, the lead is on 22 points. 41-19, a total of 60 points scored in this game. Another high-scoring game in this Dialog Rugby League 2019-2020, coming live from the Police Park. But if you are a Police fan, this is not good sight for you. We have plenty of time. We have just under 24 minutes in the clock. That's enough time for a 22-point deficit. But the Police players will have to pull up their socks and play some excellent rugby from this point on, without repeating some cardinal errors that they've been repeating from the first half. They've definitely looked better in the second half, but they will have to maintain that stature as we go along. Here's time for a restart. Shah Nakila. Kick kicking right into the Navy players' hands, and Navy once again opting to go for the kicking game this time and not for the run with the ball option.
Yeah, good exit strategy. Know that they are up on the points table, and they'll just play territory from here on, Navy, and run down the clock. And this is how the try was. Look at this pickup by Mohsin Falil. Has 1, 2, 3, 4 players twisting and turning. So much power this boy has, Mohsin Falil.
Well, the right word used, definitely. He looks like a boy on the field today, and not one of the most experienced campaigner for Navy. As Police trying to cut this deficit down. They're working the line this time. There's still numbers on the wide. Not a great kick, playing it right into the Navy players' hands. But there has been a penalty, and referee would award the ball back to Police, and they quick tap. The Navy defense seemed to be ready in that instance, but only a few inches away from the try line this time. Can Police go over it for the 4th time in this game? Well, once again, Navy gathering numbers behind the ball, and nevertheless, it is a try. The Police have breached the Sailors' defenses once again. An excellent try scored there. Not sure who the scorer is exactly.
Again, a good break and good vision there by Police to see that Navy defense was tiring and not pedaling back on time. Quick tap taken and went through as Nalin Kumara is lining up another conversion. Navy will make a change in center field. Looks like Tanuja Malimbada will come in place, and also have made another change to Charit Silva coming in for Navy, as Nimesha Ekanayaka has been taken out after his good performance. As Kumara is converting this from the corner flag, but not getting in right, as Tanuja Malimbada comes in, and we'll see a change. And it looks like it will be Sachin Kabesekar will be taken out. He had a decent game as well. Had a lovely couple of catch and passes to help through a couple of tries. Good clean outs made. Of course, his inside, Mohsin Falil, had a fantastic game.
Well, not a great day for conversion kicks for the Policemen. But in their defense, they've got the harder angles compared to their counterparts. But they would want those to go in their way, especially when they are 17 points behind. The scorecard reads 24-41, still in favor of Navy Sports Club, as Navy look to restart. So far, Police have definitely looked a better outfit compared to their performance in the first half so far.
Just getting confirmation there. Mohammad Dean scored that try for Police Sports Club. As we all ready for kickoff here. About 20 minutes to go on our clock. And Navy already in a good lead, but it's time for Police to come back. Good hit to the try scorer Dean. Now Police trying to run from their own half. Here's Wotago trying to show and go. Cuts off one, beats another, comes outside the 22. Wotago has not had much influence in this game for Police. The overseas player comes back on the far side once again. Going into contact is the fresh player off the bench, Rukshan Dayananda. And that's another penalty for holding on. And straight away going for 3 points just to run down the clock and give enough breather space for Navy Sports Club. They have got the bonus point. So it's just the time. Look at this. Not letting the player to contest the ball on that occasion. Clean outs were good.
Navy clearly doing the right thing right now. They are going for the 3 points and ensuring they expand this lead and drag it just like an elastic as much as they can, and wait till police try to overcook it and play it into their hands, just like how there was another cardinal error made from the policemen of holding on at that time. Isuru Kongahawatha lining up the kick. Well, that is true, and they get the 3 points successfully, taking them to 44, nearing a half century.
Change coming up for Navy. Gihan Pereira comes in place of Samit Dhananjaya, that looks like. In fact, it's Yoshita Rajapaksa who has been taken out. He ends his day on 62 minutes. First game for him in the season. Had a decent game today. As Kongahawatha now keeps just the foot untouched there.
And he was right in front of us, and he claims that he dragged it back in time, but the linesman says otherwise, and the foot was just inches outside the line as he made that catch, resulting in once again Navy getting an opportunity to attack. These are the errors that I've been telling about that the police shouldn't have made in this game. It has been error-laden so far in the game, and once again Navy running, and they have not many men to beat as they pass out wide and not collected clean at that instance, probably denying another scoring opportunity for the Navy lads.
Yeah, once again it was that man Mushin Falil making that break, and look who was in support, Radhisha Senviratna. And from there on they couldn't get the ball into hand and in space to score those try. But Falil has been very good. Mushin.
Yes, Falil definitely a contender for the man of the match for today's game. Dinuk, we'll have to talk about it in a short while. But now it is scrum time right in the opposite 22. Well, in fact, the ball is in possession of police due to not being collected cleanly in the previous instance. And here we see a replay of Isuru's collection. His foot seems to be on the line.
Just touch and go, isn't it? Touch and go. And the assistant referee had a better angle running in, so he would have seen how much of that foot was touching outside.
Definitely, cameras can sometimes kid your eyes, but the assistant referee there had a perfect angle to see clearly if it was an infringement or not, and believe that he made the right call at the end of the day, as the policemen look to restart with the scrum. Well, also with some points on the board, looks like the confidence of the police players have improved as they try to sneak past the Navy line, and not being successful in that, but they're still in position with the ball. Some good ground covered, but not moving forwards. It's mostly running to the side as the Fijian with the ball this time. Again, presenting it well for his teammates to take the ball and run, and they're working the line this time around. Once again running across and not forward. knocking back and running behind the ball to pick it. This Navy would love this. They are still in their own territory, the Cops. They would love to take it out and start attacking and not waste their energy by running across the park. Another error, this time knock on, calls the referee. There you go. As I mentioned, the police are digging their own grave, especially when they need to be at their best. The dying minutes of the second half of the game. And look what they've done. Another knock on, gifting the ball to Navy.
Yeah, Vihanga Pavitru there on that occasion. Unforced error. Look at this. Good pass in front. Nalin Kumara holding the line. A lovely pass. But just a bit too high in front of the head. Coming at pace. Botago trying to make use of it, but it was a knock forward.
And now Navy would look to go for the scrum.
Subscribe to watch live sports. Watch all your favorite games exclusively on Sri Lanka's #1 sports sub. Visit www.thepapare.com/live. You have you won't get any better deals than this on thepapare.com. Break by Radhisha Senaviratna. Motion Falil coming at pace, but not getting it right. Bit of pushing and shoving going on. Few tired bodies on the ground. 66 minutes on the clock. 24 points to 44 is the score. 20-point deficit. 3 converted tries unanswered have to be done by Police Sports Club from this point onwards, which they have 13 minutes on our clock to do. As a police player down, waiting for confirmation from the medical staff. It's their fly half, Kumara, had a decent game from the time he came on. Nalin Kumara.
Well, the clock shows 67 minutes on the dot. We have probably just over 13 minutes of play. And 20-point deficit for the policemen to catch up. 13 minutes, 20 points. What do you think, Dinuk?
Tough ask, big mountain to climb. He has an opportunity. Radhisha just slipping. Good number 8 break by Senaviratna.
Well, definitely a tough ask to for the policemen, especially when they are not even in their attacking half. They are still trying to defend from conceding further points, as the Navy players clearly don't want to be on the defense. They want to be on the attack, as they say attack is sometimes the best strategy for defense. The sailors trying to sap the energy out of this defensive line of the police, working the line and taking the hits. They know they have the points in their favor. And this time knock-on resulting in the ball being gifted to the policemen. And I'm sure they'd like to start from here and start the attacking maneuver. We have just under 12 minutes on the clock. Well, decent kick to restart from the center line.
Play in front of that knock forward, picking up the ball for Navy. Silly mistakes giving away the penalty for Navy Sports Club. And Police will have the opportunity on the 50-meter mark. Line out turned over.
Unfortunate for Police, they are not managing to secure the line out there. And once again, Navy will look to attack. But looks like the play has been pushed out, and Police just 10 meters ahead from where they started just a few seconds ago have an opportunity to reboot and get this line out right as Lahiru throws in. And this time they do get it right, and they're trying to work the line. Again, not securing the ball, giving that extra milliseconds for the Navy players to catch in, but no harm done as Police cover some good ground there. And now the Navy defense seems to have grouped up. But Police seem to have numbers on the out as they fumble it once again. That was definitely a scoring opportunity. They had 3 men out wide. And the ball went to the second man in the line. And the player does not manage to secure the ball clean. And what's worse, well, and at least they've managed to get one player up, the policeman, as Navy player being showed the yellow card.
Samit Dhananjaya, second time in this game going on a high shot and gets a yellow card this time. Got a warning initially. This time gets the yellow.
And looks like Samit would miss the rest of the game because our clock indicates 70 minutes. That is the error, and kicking the ball out of frustration, because I'm sure even he was so confident that he would be able to catch the ball, but just like in a previous instance, taking eyes off the ball. But still they are in a chance to score with just few meters out, and the rolling maul is once again in action. Can the rolling maul roll over the try line? That's what all the Police fans would have. Referee has called advantage, and looks like he'll come back to that. Well, mind you, the previous time Navy player went to the sin bin, it costed their side 12 points. But this time Police would want a bit more than 12. They'll want exactly 21 points if they are to win this game from this point on. And I'm sure they would be desperately wanting to score 7 of those right here, right now, as they are in a great position to get that 7 points as we see a player down. Looks like it is Mohan Vimalaratna.
Update coming from Nittavela, 31 points to 15. Kandy Sports Club leading. 70 minutes on the clock. So Kandy have just stamped authority there up in their home ground after much travel to Colombo. As we are here at the Police Park. 44 points to 24 is how it stands, as Police will get another opportunity.
Well, the rolling maul has been used to good effect so far in this game in a couple of instances, and looks like they want to do it once again. And the rolling maul is on by the looks of it. No, the ball is once again on the ground, and they look to run it from there. They're only a few inches away. Players coupling up. They just want the momentum to go over the line. As Navy defenders gathering in numbers behind the ball to somehow stop the ball and go home with a great lead. And the ball has been passed out wide, but the Navy defense is in the right place. And they are again in the right place, but looks like police are covering ground inch by inch, and eventually it's another knock on, another unforced error, resulting in Navy getting out of jail. It is a nightmare. They were only 1 or 2 inches away of scoring that try, and a knock on, resulting in them losing the ball there.
Referee playing advantage for police. It's a knock forward. Not sure why exactly that the play is called back. If it's a Navy ball, have to wait and see. Could have been a forward pass on the far end. Didn't get a clear view on that. Another change coming up for Navy Sports Club. 44 points to 24. We'll have to wait and see. This is Falil. That pass looks okay. And Seniviratna goes forward. Again, it's very tough to say from that angle if the ball actually goes off the arm backwards. That's what is has to be looked at. If the ball leaves the hand backwards, no, it doesn't matter if the momentum takes it forward. Ball coming off the hand backwards is what is meant, but AR on that occasion was on line and he judged that as a forward pass, which is why Navy will have the scrum and also will have the penalty now to get out of jail.
Well, the unforced errors at least costing a good 15 points for the policemen in this game. And a yellow card has been shown. Not sure for what exact reason, but that player will lose the rest of this game. And the playing ground is once again equal with 14 players each for both sides as Navy clear the ground with a bit of a curveball kick right into their fans. As you can see on the replay.
Vagisha Veeratunga is who was given a yellow card on that occasion. Ravin De Silva has come in for Navy.
Well, Navy are so confident that their game has been secured. They are opting to run the ball. And another knock forward infringement. And it's getting a bit dirty out there. The police, I'm sure, are frustrated with the number of cardinal level errors that they've made in the game so far. And this is clearly not nice for the game. And the captain, Udara, doing the right thing. He has a chat with the referee. But at the end of it, Navy once again has the ball. And the amount of minutes that police lose possession from this time onwards eventually move their chances of giving a fight in this game more towards the minus direction. As once again the clearance kick have come right to the center line and Navy will restart from there with a line out. Amit Gunasinghe with the ball.
Just that we have decided Shamil on the player of the match is none other than Moshid Falil. It's time to announce that. We had a very good overall game. Fantastic try assists, good try creations. He scored him a couple of tries, showed power, pace, good all-round skill, good in defense to keep Ironi Voltago quiet today of that number 12 jersey, and overall Mushin Falil will be our Dialog View player of the match today.
Definitely no questions there, Dinuk. He was the star highlight in this game, and his name will be mentioned a lot even in our highlights packages for all the hard work that he did in creating tries and also scoring a couple himself. And he definitely looked at least 8 years younger today in Police Park.
Police will want to close this game on a high note at least. And this is another opportunity for them to do so. Another penalty coming up, quickly taken this time. Trying to step and run through. Another penalty again. Just playing the ball off the ground. Kumara taking this quickly. Gives it out wide. Here is Wotago. Wotago, can he spark something in the end? Putting the chip behind on the occasion is Diaz Fernando. Fernando chasing that back, but it will be the end of the game, says referee Shankar Bekon. So Navy have come down here to Colombo and have stamped authority and sent out a message saying that they are back with a big win of 44 points to 24 against a very formidable Police team here at the Police Park today. Navy played a very good all-round game, got their pattern right, got their players in the right places, were very tough on defense, and their attack was supreme today in the first 20 minutes.
Well, Navy, I'm sure they won the game in the first half, and especially in the first 10 to 20 minutes while they were trying to match their score with the clock. And Police did not have enough firepower in the end to bring it back. And definitely, as we mentioned a while ago, Muhsin Falil is our player of the match for this game. And Navy are back with a bang. I'm sure they would ride up a few spots in the scorecard, the points table, in fact, as well. While Police will remain in their third position behind Kandy and CRNFC. And all in all, a good comeback by the number 6 team in the points table before the start of this match, Navy Sports Club. Well, probably the inclusion of Yoshida bringing back some luck, Dinok.
Yes, exactly. And also a bit of experience in that forward 8. Played a good, took some solid hits, made a couple of turnovers, got good tackles going on as well. So which is very good in the end for Navy Sports Club, a commendable win. And they'll be very happy going back to Valisara with this.
Yes, the battle of the two defense forces, Navy and Police, ends in that way, while the visitors overpowering the home side and definitely gaining sweet revenge after last year's loss. In fact, the loss in the first round when they met in Valisara, the home ground for Navy, where Police overpowered the home side even there. And this time, right royal comeback by Navy Sports Club to win with a hefty margin.
This is how the second half started with a hack down by Yoshita Rajapaksa. Navy came back strong through Rasit Silva to score that try. And for a moment they thought they were in the game. But then it was a bit too late for them. Nalin Kumara heading the conversion going right. From there onwards, this was a lovely counter attack. Quick tap taken. An offload that didn't go into hand. Look at this power from our man of the match, Dialog View, player of the match, Mushin Falil. 1, 2, 3, 4 players taken. And Nini goes for a try. as Kongahavatta makes no mistakes with the conversion. And they continued with another 3 points as well. And this is how it all finished in the end, with Diat Fernando trying to spark something out but didn't work out. And Navy came back to Police Park and have stamped authority and have won this game convincingly.
Yes, as you mentioned, when the second half started, Police seemed to have gained some lost momentum, but Navy in the end proving to be the stronger side in the day. And the scoreboard says it all, 44-24, a clear 20-point difference, and Navy would win that one with the bonus point. This would also be the 7th bonus point for Navy, and they would move on to 22 points with that win. But well, I'll leave the calculations for the StatSpurt, and here's what's on the screen. 6 tries scored by Navy as opposed to a 4 by the Police, and even the conversions, Navy have been the more successful side. And of course, Police gifted a lot of penalties to the Navy Sports Club, and they have managed to make the most out of it with gaining 6 points even through the penalty kicks. And as we mentioned before, Mushin Falil, the number 12 lad, the experienced campaigner for Navy Sports Club, would be the player of the match, as you see him being awarded right now in front of the Dialog View backdrop. Mushin Falil from Navy Sports Club, your player of the match, ladies and gents.
This is what is coming up next week. CRNFC will host Air Force at London Place on Friday. Army will take on Kandy up in Kandy, or rather Army will travel down to Valisara on Saturday, and then Police will play Havelocks at Police Park here, and then Navy will go back home to play CHNFC at Valisara on Sunday. So that's how the fixtures looks like for next week in the Dialog Club Rugby League 2019-2020 Week 10 of Round 2. And that's all we have for today's coverage. Thanks for being with us. And until we see you next week, it's good night from myself, Dinuk Bhaskar, and Shamil Akbar and the ThePapare crew from Police Park.
මේ ක්‍රීඩාංගනවල ගහකොළ තනකොළයක් පවා බලන් ඉන්නේ අපි එනකම්. පිටියේ සිදුවෙන පුංචිම පුංචි තොරතුරේ ඉඳන් පිටියෙන් පිටත සිදුවෙන දේ දක්වාම රටට පෙන්වන්න අපි කැපවෙන නිසා. මේක ක්‍රීඩාව ගැන ගැඹුරින්ම තියෙන ආදරයක්. එක වෙලාවකට පිස්සුවක්. ක්‍රිකට් ක්‍රීඩාවේ ඉඳන් මලල ක්‍රීඩා දක්වා ඕනෑම ක්‍රීඩාවක්. පාසල් මට්ටමේ ඉඳන් ජාත්‍යන්තරය දක්වා ඕනෑම මට්ටමක් අපි තරණය කරන්නේ හදවතින්. මව්බිම වෙනුවෙන් තරුණ දහදිය පිටිය සිඹිද්දී ඒ අත්දැකීම් ඔබට සමීප කරන අපේ දහදියත් පිටිය මත වැටුණා. ඔබේ හදවතට විජයග්‍රාහී හැඟීම් අරගෙන එන්න, මව්බිමට ධනාත්මක බලාපොරොත්තු ඇති කරන්න ඕනෑම දුරක් යන්න අපි සූදානම්. උස්මිතිකම් භාෂාමය බාධා බිඳ දමලා ඕනෑම සමාජ මාධ්‍යයක් කරහා ක්‍රීඩාව රසවිඳින ක්‍රීඩාලෝලී හමුදාවක් අපි හැදුවේ ලක්මවගේ අනාගතය වෙනුවෙන්. ලක්මව ජාත්‍යන්තර ජයග්‍රහණ වලින් සැරසෙද්දී ඔබේ පාසල් මව ක්‍රීඩා සමාජය ජයග්‍රහණ සමරද්දීත් අපි ඔබේ එක්ක හිටියා. මේ අපේ රටේ ක්‍රීඩාවේ සාඩම්බරය, ක්‍රීඩාවේ පෙරගමන, ඒ ජයග්‍රාහී හැඟීම ඔබේම හැඟීමක් කරන ThePapare.com. ThePapare.com ක්‍රීඩාවට හදවතින්.
අලු සීටිකක් දැම්මන නරකයි.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
සර් සර්ගේ පේමන්ට් එක සෙටල් කරන්න තියෙනවා.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න. දෙකෙන් දෙන්න.
දෙකෙන් දෙන්න නම් දෙකෙන් ගන්න ඕනේ. Whatever the need, Ceylon personal loan will be ready for you in just 2 days.
Ceylon personal loan කිව්වා වගේම වැඩ.
Ceylon Bank, the bank with the heart.
අපි කමිටුවක් පත් කරනවා. ඒ කමිටුවේ ප්‍රතිඵල ඔබතුමාලාට ළඟදිම ලැබෙන්න සලස්වනවා. තා මොනවාරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද?
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?
Welcome to God of War.
I want to show you some quality gameplay.
You have one chance to beat it. What? It's intense, man. It's had a rough day.
Wow, we're in the middle of the map.
Mission successful.